Hey everyone, Cameron here, your 2020 Live Be Yoga Tour ambassador, and today I'm going to take you through some of the things that I do to stay mobile while practicing jiu-jitsu. Since I've been in Oakland, I've been doing a morning wake-up series as a warm-up or to start my day. I love to use JointFlex to make my joints feel nourished and at ease, to continue to cultivate longevity and feel comfortable in my own space while taking up space. First, I extend my feet and reach my hands to my feet, wrapping my fingers around my toes, being sure to press my thumbs into my toenails, allowing the spleen and liver meridians to be stimulated. I begin breath of fire for 1 to 3 minutes, making sure that all time lengths in each posture are equal. Next, I get into bridge pose, keeping my feet hips width apart, lift my hips and clasp my hands under my shoulders. Then I begin breath of fire for another 1 to 3 minutes. At times in this posture, I like to get my hips moving, especially if I can't sustain the posture in a comfortable way. Do something that makes you feel comfortable. Next up, stretch pose. Lying on my back, placing my hands under my hips for support, raising my legs 6 inches off the ground. I hold my head up and gaze towards my big toes. To take the posture in its full expression, I lift my arms towards my feet and hold them in place. Again, doing breath of fire for another 1 to 3 minutes. Following stretch pose, I do nose to knees. In this pose, I bend my knees and wrap my arms around my legs. I raise my head so that my nose comes between my knees. Breath of fire for the same amount of time as the previous poses. Last up, I finish with the ego eradicator. I sit in easy pose and raise my arms to 60 degrees. Fingertips are on the pads of my fingers, thumbs out and straight up. I begin breath of fire for the same amount of time as the poses before. When I'm done with that, I take a deep inhale slowly while I raise my arms until my thumb tips touch overhead. And then I sweep the space that I'm in and find a deep sense of presence. The first mobility exercise I do is technical get-ups, to allow my body to feel fluid in whatever capacity I have in the moment. Some days are better than others, but the movement is what's important for longevity purposes more than simply doing the exercise. Next, I do a very simple mobility exercise that remedies all the sitting and contracted postures I have throughout my day. Getting into a lunge with my chest up, I simply continue to squeeze my glutes in a controlled manner, feeling the stretch in my hamstrings and quads, giving more freedom to my hips and allowing them to stand. I stay in this exercise on each side of my body for at least a minute. For every hour that I sit in a chair, use my laptop or my phone. The last mobility practice is simply giving different joints of my body some special attention. I always start from the ground up, beginning with rotating my ankles to both sides. Next, I move to my knees, being sure to stay connected with my ankles as well. I rotate with my hands on my knees to create stability. Next, I swirl my hips in a circular motion, creating as much range of motion as possible. Moving on up to my shoulders, I like to rotate them really wide to begin with, going backwards. Then I move them forward, sometimes increasing with speed until I feel mobile. To finish, I just do simple neck rolls to each side, taking my time in spaces that need more space. I often end any practice with a long sat and a brief nam. Thanks everyone for watching and have a blessed day. Namaskar.